connection's good. All right. Let us go for it. So, welcome to those of you who have pressed the play button, and thank you so much for joining. You know who you are. Won't mention any names. But today we're going to be focusing on kind of like a slow journey into a side plank. I want to take a little bit more of a yoga approach to it. So yeah, kind of like a flowy vibe. I feel like I say this all the time, but kind of peppering in the yoga to the Pilates mix just to make it a little more of a flow. You don't need any props for today, but if you do feel like you need a pillow or some blocks or anything like that, or if you just need to take a rest at any point in time, then please do. Okay. But we're going to start on our mat in a seated position in a straddle, in a pancake. So kind of legs out wide. I know this can be really uncomfortable for a lot of people. So again, like I've said probably a million times before, if you do find that you get pain here at the front of your hips or in your lower back, then sit with your back against the wall or sit on a pillow. Elevate yourself up if you need to. All right. From here, we're going to take a couple of gentle side bends. I don't want you to break the bank. I don't want you to go too crazy too soon. We're going to take our right hand towards our right calf, lengthen up through the crown of your head, melt your shoulders down, and then slowly just side bend over towards your right. Kind of like you're listening to your knee. If you feel tension in your neck, look at your knee. Nice. Maybe even just closing your eyes. Breathing down into your sitting bones. Both of them should be touching the floor. So just watch the left bum cheek, keep it on the ground. And then you can use your right hand to press into the floor to bring yourself back up. Lengthen up to the crown of your head. And let's take left hand down towards left side. Good. Try and keep it a side bend through your spine. But if you just look down at your knee. So I'm side bending towards my leg. And then you can take your left hand, press it down into the floor, bring yourself back up. Let's reach both arms up to the sky. Take a big inhale. Push your bum into the floor. Exhale, fold it forward. Relax your shoulders. Try and keep the toes pointing up towards the sky. And then slowly walk yourself back. Good. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, let's take right hand to right calf again. Side bend, side bend. Pushing your left bum cheek down into the floor. Pressing down through the right hand, slowly bring yourself up, unraveling. Lengthen up through the crown of your head, and then let's go down to the other side. Side bending, good. Try and relax your elbow. Good. Nice. Welcome. And then slowly bring yourself up. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Press your sit bones down to the floor. Maybe squeeze the back of your knees down into the ground, lifting the heels off of the ground. And then exhale, fold yourself in half. Nice. Slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, lengthen. Now this time we're going to take our left arm, reach it up towards the sky, melt your right arm down, and then slide your right arm down towards your foot or wherever you get to, framing your ear with your left arm. Press your left sit bone into the floor. Now try and use your side body this time to bring yourself up. Good. Inhale, lengthen right arm up. Push your bum into the ground. Press the back of your knees into the floor and then slowly side bend. Good. Using your side body this time, bring yourself up. Inhale, both arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Relax your elbows. Nice. Slowly roll yourself up. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, reach your left arm up. Push your bum into the ground. Lengthen up to the crown of your head, but soften your shoulders. And then exhale, side bend. If you can get your elbow, your right elbow, to the inside of your leg, you can use it and you push your inside of your knee away. You can use it to twist your heart up to the sky. Push your left bum cheek into the floor. Now try and use your left side body to lengthen up into seated, right arm up. Soften your left shoulder and then exhale, come down. Good. Try and get your right bum cheek onto the floor. Maybe turn your heart to the sky a little more. And then slowly bring yourself up, both arms up to the sky. Stretch through the sides of your body. Inhale and exhale, fold in half. Relaxing down. Relax your head. And then it slowly roll up. Well done. Bend into your left knee. Good. So just the right leg is out long. We're going to take our right hand to our right leg somewhere. I'm going to grab the calf, but it doesn't have to be the calf because I don't want you to force yourself into that position and then you're kind of stuck. So I want you to have just a gentle side bend, grab a hold of your leg. Lengthen up through the crown of your head and reach your left arm up. Nice. Now this left arm is going to reach back behind you. So take it back, take it back. So it's kind of like I'm reaching for that machine behind me. Reach, 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 reach. Open your chest. Squeeze your left shoulder blade down. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, you're going to slowly, kind of like you're throwing a ball across your body, throw that imaginary ball towards your right pinky toe. Good. And then inhale, open up. Inhale, open up. Think about your chest being really broad and open, your neck being really free. So you're kind of cutting horizontally and then down. Inhale, open. Try not to tense up your right shoulder. Exhale, slowly down. 2 more like that. Inhale, open, open, open. Exhale, kind of slow motion, throw across. Relax your head. Inhale, open. Exhale, slow throw and stay down. Now you can square off towards that right leg. Allow your left shoulder to relax. Bow your head down towards your right knee. Nice. Maybe shining your heart forward towards the top of your foot. And if you want to reach a little deeper, feeling the stretch, depends on your body, but it could be quite large in that left side lower back, as well as your right hamstring. It could really be anywhere. Well, not anywhere, but you know what I mean. Good. And then slowly bring yourself out of it. Very nice. Okay, let's just switcheroo to the other side. So bend into your right knee, left leg out long. Well done. Left arm reaches somewhere along the leg. But if I reach too far down, I kind of block myself. So just a comfortable grip, relax into your elbow and then reach your right arm back. Think about horizontally. Imagine your collarbones could just get as broad as the entire room that you're sitting in. So from collarbone to collarbone, you're getting really, 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 really broad and open. And then you're going to slow motion throw that ball kind of horizontally and down towards your left pinky toe. Inhale, open. Looking back, if that suits your neck, exhale, rotate down. 2 more. Inhale, open. And exhale. close. Last time, inhale, open. And exhale, close, squaring off towards your left leg. Stay down there. Relax your head. Relax your cheeks and your shoulders. You want a little bit more, maybe shine your heart towards the top of your foot. Reaching maybe for the toes, or maybe reaching a little bit further down your ankle. Nice. And then slowly bring yourself out of the stretch. Well done. Okay, so we're going to take it into, let's take it into 90-90 from here. I know it's not a comfortable position for many people, but we're not going to be here too long. You can kind of use it as like a preparatory position. So you can take your left shin out in front and your right shin back behind you. Okay, well done. So with that said, take your left hand down alongside your body, and we're going to do quite a nice like swishing motion. Right arm is going to swish down and forward and up, and I want you to push your hips through, and I want you to feel the weight in your left arm and your left shoulder. So today we're kind of preparing to come into side plank, and if you think about it, this is kind of a little wee side plank here in and of itself. But thinking about side plank, we have to squeeze our bum. We're going to think about our right glute being really switched on. Good. And then slowly bring yourself back down to the ground. Good. If you can, right hand reaches back for that shin. Now you can grab the shin, or if you feel better about it, you can push the shin away. You'll know what I mean in a second. You come into a side bend towards that back shin. Now some people like to pull, but some people also like to push. So get that grip of the back hand onto the back shin. I like to push my shin away. It helps me to lift my ribs. And then slowly take your left hand down. Sweep forward and up. Push your hips forward. Inhale. And then exhale. Take your bum down. Reach back. Side bend. Just a little reversal. Good. And hand down. And sweep. Beautiful. And then slowly down. Let's take it one more time. Okay. Reach back. Reverse. Try and relax your hips. Good. And inhale, sweep. Push through that bottom shoulder. Exhale, come down. And reverse. Nice. Great job. Okay. Frame your left leg with your two hands on tented fingertips. And we're going to undulate. You're going to take your tummy to your thigh. And then bring yourself all the way up. Kind of like a cobra. Not the yoga move cobra, but just like the animal. Or maybe like a dolphin, undulating your spine up and down. Really kind of wave-like movements, rippling forwards and back and up. Last two. And one. Well done. Take your hands back behind you. Bring your legs out in front of you for a second. Wider than hip width distance, and windscreen wipe the knees from side to side until you feel a stretch in your outer hips. You're thinking about bringing your inside of your knee to the floor. If you don't have enough space, widen your feet, or the distance between your feet. Going for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Nice. And then however you like to bring yourself into 90-90 on the other side. Okay, I know it can be uncomfortable. You point the toe of the back foot towards your bum and keep your hands on the ground if you need it. Okay, so right hand is going to come out to the right hand side of you. Give yourself enough room. Swish left arm forward and up. Push that left hip forward. So I want you to squeeze your left glute. take an inhale, lift this bottom shoulder. Over here, the right shoulder, to make sure it's not scrunched up towards your ears. Really important when you're in side plank to think about squeezing that bottom shoulder blade onto kind of like the back and sides of your ribs. And then slowly take yourself down, reach back, and reverse. And inhale, sweep up, squeeze your left glute, right shoulder blade pulls back and down. And then slowly take it down and reverse. You'll hear that cue 10,000 million times in Pilates and yoga. Shoulders back and down, shoulders back and down. We don't always want the shoulders to be back and down, but here we do. And that bottom shoulder at least. And down. Okay, and then we're going to frame our right leg with our two hands, lengthening up through the crown of your head, and then undulate your spine down and up and down and up and down and up. You might get a nice stretch in your outer hip. Last time, and down and up. Very nice. Take your hands back behind you, feet wider than hip width distance, and just wind scream up your knees from side to side. Good. Let's go for 5 and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, almost ready to kind of come into our flow, but we're still going to be using a couple of Pilates moves. So we're going to come up into kneeling here now. And let's go ahead and take our right leg out to the right-hand side. Nice. Okay, so right leg out to the right-hand side. We're going to take our left hand down to the left, and then right arm up and over. So kind of looking more side planky here than we did in the last little couple of moves. So notice the weight in that bottom arm. We obviously have the support of that bottom knee underneath us. Reach out through your right arm and root down to the pinky toe edge of your right foot. All right, now from here, I want you to think about closing down the space between your ribs and your pelvis. So make sure you're not back bending. Inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to use your side body to slowly bring yourself up and then reverse. In this reverse movement, think about pushing your left knee into the floor and pushing your left glute forward. So you're really strong through that bent knee. And then inhale back up. Pull your tummy in and slow, 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 slow. Don't collapse to the ground. Nice and slowly. Find the floor and reach. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. And exhale. Side bend. Inhale, lift. Lengthen, soften your shoulders. Exhale, slowly come down. Nice. Let's go for 3 more like that. Inhale up. Exhale. Soften through the right shoulder. Inhale back. Imagine you were in a toaster and you don't want to touch those hot elements back behind you and in front of you. So as you come up, visualize that you're not back bending, you're not flexing forward. Okay, last time. Take that left hand down and hold. Now, remember what I said about the bottom shoulder? Squeeze it back and down. Root down to the index finger mound of your left hand, and then see if you can push into your right foot. So really push your right foot through the floor, like you're trying to make a really strong footprint into the floor. Pull your tummy in, and maybe lift your bottom knee, your left knee off of the ground. Nice. Readjust as needed, and then take that bottom knee back to the floor. It doesn't matter if it doesn't lift. Even the intention of lifting is enough to create strength. Good. Bring it back through center. So, I mean, you're in quite a strong side plank there for a moment. So maybe lift the knee for a second, take it down. Yes. Bring it up and side bend. Good. Let's try 3 more of them. Inhale, lengthen, soften your shoulders. Use your core. Slowly come down. Reach. Pull your tummy in. Maybe lift the knee. Good. Take it down. Push through the floor to come up. Side bend. Last 2. Good. Remember, you're still in that toaster. So as you come up and down, you're in a toaster. All right, last time. Lift. Good. And down. And then come back up. Now take your hands down in front of you. Beautiful. So you want to try and get your shoulders above your wrists here. And I want you to think about just rocking back and forth. I'll angle myself just a little bit so you can see. So rock yourself back and forward. Back and forward. Now you might be able to rock yourself back until you get your heel to touch your bum. Maybe not. Just play with it. See how it feels. And then bring yourself forward and walk both of your hands to the long outstretched leg side. Feeling that stretch. Well done. Bring your hands back to center. Now actively lift that leg up, the long outstretched leg. Take it back behind you. Bend into the knee and we're on all fours. Well done. Reach your left leg out long. Bring yourself up into kneeling. Well done. Okay, so same on the other side. Okay, cool. From here, we're going to take right hand down really slow. Remember, core, core, core. It's going to take you down. Left arm reaches up and over. And in this moment, the first one, just watch your bottom shoulder. Mine hiked up to my ear there. So I want to think about pushing it back and down, creating a nice strong foundation beneath me. Breathe here. If your neck hurts or just feels really tense, look at the mat. Take an inhale. As you exhale, pull your tummy in, engage your core, slowly bring yourself up and side bend. Good. Squeeze your right glute, push your right hip forward. Yes. And then inhale back through center. Exhale as soon as you start to come down and resist gravity from pulling you down really quickly. Inhale. Good. Exhale. Slowly bring yourself up. Side bend. Soften through the left shoulder. Push the right hip forward. Nice. And inhale. Exhale. As you start to feel gravity wanting to pull you down quicker, you're resisting that force and reach. Inhale. And exhale. Okay. Let's add in that little lift of the knee if possible. So you're going to take the right hand down. Before you lift the knee, feel like you want to feel like everything's in the right place. So that long outstretched left foot is pushing it into the floor. That left shoulder blade of yours, right shoulder blade of yours is really squeezed down onto your back body. Maybe you lift the knee, slowly take it back down, bring it up, and reverse. Good. Really nice. Inhale. Exhale, slowly take it down. And remember, even if the knee doesn't come off of the ground, just that intention to lift is so intense. So I know that you know what I mean. Okay. Let's go for 3. Reach, maybe lifting on an exhale if you can. Inhaling the knee down. Exhaling up. Yes, just keep your breath flowing. Good. And then last time. Good. And lift if you can. Take it back down. And then let's just walk our hands out in front of us. Nice. So we're just going to rock our bum kind of towards our heel. And bring it back. Rock your bum to your heel. And bring it back. If you've got any knee trouble, that rocking motion, taking your bum to your heel can feel like a lot, but just go to where you can go. And you can tuck your toes under if you like. Okay, it doesn't matter. Last 2. And 1. Walking yourself forward, and then you're going to take both, or rocking yourself forward, take both hands to the outstretched long leg. Relax into the stretch for a moment. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back in front of you. Actively lift your left leg up. Take it back behind you, and you're on all fours. Really, really well done. Okay, I'm going to square off on my mat now. So I was just kind of facing you guys. But square off on your mat. Bring your big toes to touch, knees wide. Sit your bum back if you can. And let's take a little shell stretch just to find ourselves again. If you want to take your hands to your feet, that can be quite nice, especially if you feel like your shoulders are tired. So what I mean is, if you like that, you can reach back and grab a hold of your feet and just rest your forehead on the ground. We're going to take 10 breaths here before we move on. So really finding our breath after having warmed up the body quite nicely. As you breathe here, I'd like you to feel your breath filling down into your tummy. Maybe gently swaying your hips from side to side, just noticing where you've landed in your pelvis. Relaxing your cheeks and your jaw. And filling your body as if it was a glass of water from the bottom to the top with breath as you inhale. Last 2 breaths before we get going again. Very nice. Okay, if you need more time there, please take it. Otherwise, we're going to bring ourselves up onto all fours. Tuck our toes under. And we're going to take it into downward facing dog. So let's come up. Into down dog. Spreading your fingers wide. I like to turn my hands out to maybe 11 o'clock and 2 o'clock. Rooting down through your index finger mounds. Pressing through the heels of your hands. Thinking about the pointy bits of the back of your elbows. Wrap them down towards the floor. You might notice if you do that you get a bit more space between your shoulders and your ears. Think about pushing your weight back into your legs. Reaching up through the back of the thighs and feeling your spine as long as possible from the crown to your tail. Beautiful job. All right, from here, let's walk our feet forward. Tiny little steps forward to the top of your mat. And then fold in half, relaxing your head down. Take your hands to your shins. Turn yourself into the letter L until halfway lift. Draw your lower belly in and up and lengthen into your lower back. Squeeze your shoulder blades down. And then exhale, fold forward again. Inhale, rise all the way up, reaching the arms to the sky. collecting good vibes. And then bring your hands down towards your chest for a second. Good. My head chopped off there. Sorry. All right, we're taking our arms up again. Inhale, reach them up. We're going to cactus them and push our chest up towards the sky. Tiny little back bend, but squeeze your bum and push your hips through. So don't just let your lower body be dead here. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale, we're going to fold ourselves in half, coming all the way down. Bend into your knees. Take your hands to your shins. We turn into the letter L again. Lengthen up halfway. Good. Pull your lower belly in and up. And then exhale, fold forward. Take your hands to the mat and step back into your plank position. Nice. Holding plank for 10. Charge up through your legs. Squeeze your glutes. Press the mat away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let your knees come down. Untuck your toes. Lower yourself all the way to the floor. Nice. Roll your shoulder blades back and down. Lift your chest. Nice. Maybe take your hands away from the mat. Squeeze your bum. Press your pubic bone into the floor. A peach between your chin and your chest. Find your back muscles to lift you. Good. And then press your hands down into the mat. Bring yourself onto your knees and then back up into downward facing dog. Well done. Great job. Okay. From here, we're going to see if we can take, let me think what's going to be easiest for you guys to follow. Let's take our left leg up, reach it to the sky. So once that leg goes up there, watch that your shoulders don't open up towards the left-hand side. Keep your shoulders square with the long edges of your mat, as well as your hips. Bend into your left knee. Nice. Now, slowly from here, I want you to play around with bringing your shoulders forward. So as if you're rippling forward into a plank, like a single-legged plank, and then push yourself back into single leg down dog. Let's try that 2 more times. So press yourself forward, coming into like a single leg plank, and then come back up, single leg down dog. Last time, bring yourself forward, single leg plank, and then single leg down dog. Nice. Look at the space between your hands. Step your left foot between those 2 hands. Lower your back knee down, and then just come into a hip flexor stretch, reaching the arms up. Think about that tucking motion through the pelvis, and then press your pelvis forward and down. Well done. Feeling that stretch in your hip flexor. Beautiful. Take your hands down, framing your front foot. Tuck the toes of your back foot under. Lift your back knee up, and we're coming back into downward facing dog. Both feet on the ground. Well done. Okay. Let's take the left leg up again. So same leg up again. All right? Left leg up again. Bend into your left knee. Bring your left heel towards your bum. A little bit different now. I want you to see if you can slowly start to pivot on your right foot. So you're going to pivot onto the right foot. See if you can get that pinky toe edge down and then bring it back to center. You might find that you need to like hop your foot forward because you kind of travel away. But maybe see if you can pivot onto that right foot and then bring yourself back. Pivot onto the right foot. You'll see me each time doing a little hop because I feel like I'm sliding down my mat each time. Pivot onto the right foot. As you pivot onto the right foot, notice that you get extra weight into your right hand and then bring it back. Nice. Take your left knee directly underneath you on the ground. Untuck the toes of your right foot. Slide your right leg back. Walk your hands back. Lift your chest. Squeeze into your right glute. Nice. Good. So we want chest to feel a stretch in that right hip. If you're not feeling that, look over your left shoulder towards your right foot. Nice. And then bring your gaze forward again. Well done. Tuck the toes of your back foot under. Come into downward facing dog yet again. Inhale, reach your right leg up. Bend into your right knee. Watch that your hips and your shoulders are nice and square. We're going to slowly travel forward into that like single leg plank situation and then slowly travel back. So what we want to feel here is that single leg support as we bring our shoulders closer to being above our wrists, because that needs to happen when we come into a side plank. The shoulders need to travel forward. Okay, last time. Travel forward, look between your hands and step your right foot through to the space between your hands. Lower your back knee down, untuck the toes, and then sweep your arms up. Well done. Thinking about tucking the pelvis under and then pressing your hips forward and down. Take 2 more breaths here. And we're going to frame that front foot, tuck the toes of our back foot under, lift the back knee up, and then take yourself back into your downward facing dog position again. Well done. Right leg lifts. Beautiful. Okay, now this is where we start to play with pivoting onto the left pinky toe edge. Kind of like you're smearing your footprint on the floor. You're smearing your footprint towards that right-hand side and then squaring back off again. You'll see me hop a little bit just to replace my foot. So we pivot onto the pinky toe edge of the left foot. I'm keeping a soft bend into my left knee. Okay? And then bring yourself back. 2 more times. Smear towards the right. And then bring yourself back. You'll probably feel a stretch somewhere along the right side of your body. Okay? Smear. And then square off. Good job. Lower your right knee straight down underneath you. Pick your back leg up. Slide it down on the ground. Just take a moment here. Good job. Maybe looking over your right shoulder now, back towards that left foot. Breathing down into your left hip flexor this time. So we're close to side plank. You've kind of got a lot of options to play with here. So if we do get into the side plank option and you're like, it's just not feeling any good for me, then pick something else to play with. Okay? All right. Take 1 more breath. Beautiful. And then square yourself off. Tuck the toes of your back foot under. Lift your back knee up. Come up into downward facing dog. And then let's walk our feet towards our hands. Fold forward. Bending into your knees. Just take the weight out of your wrists for a bit. Relax your head. Rooting down through all 10 toes. Take your hands to your shins. Lengthen your spine. Halfway lift. Pull your tummy in. Lengthen it to your lower back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, roll all the way up. Reach your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down to your chest. Nice. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, squeeze your bum now because we tend to lose it. Squeeze your bum, feel your feet on the floor, equal weight distribution to the feet. Exhale, cactus through the arms, lift the chest, gentle back bend. Inhale, reach the arms up again. Exhale, fold yourself in half, coming down. Relax your head. Take your hands to your shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen through the lower back, pull your tummy in. Exhale, fold it forward, and then we come into our good friend, plank. Nice. Lower your knees, untuck your toes, and take yourself all the way down to the ground. Roll your shoulder blades back and down, lift your chest, press your pubic bone into the floor. So we want to charge up through our glutes. Peach between your chin and your chest, magnetize the back of your skull up to the sky. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, lift your hands away from the mat. Hold for 10. Squeeze those elbows tightly into the sides. Think about crushing a pencil between your two shoulder blades. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Hands underneath your body. Press yourself into a shell stretch really briefly. Take a moment off of the wrists again. We want to take quite a few breaks here for the shoulders and for the wrists just so that they can recover. Breathing into your lower belly, breathing into the sides of your ribs. Very nice. All right. Let's give it a go. Let's try and see if you can come into that side plank position. So bring yourself back onto all fours, tuck your toes under, and we're going to come up into downward facing dog. Nice. Get your down dog feeling really good for you. So pedaling out through those heels, really feeling strong and sturdy on our grip for our hands. All right, and then bring your feet to stillness. Separate your feet a little wider than hip width distance and bend into your knees. Press through the heels of the hands, bringing your weight kind of back into your legs a little more if you can. All right, now we're going to pivot both of our heels towards the left-hand side of our mat. So I'm pivoting so much so that my right foot can actually go flat onto the ground. Got both feet on the floor here and both knees bent. My left knee is quite a lot more bent than my right. Now feel your left shoulder. Squeeze your left shoulder blade back and down. So you're kind of locking it into the system. And then see if you can tent through the right fingertips and maybe take your right hand off of the ground. Opening up through the chest, reach your right arm up to the sky. Nice. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Good. And then slowly take your right hand down, pivot both feet back to the middle. Notice the weight equalize through the shoulders. Pivot both of your feet over to the right now, and I want you to really try and get your left foot flat onto the floor. So bend into your legs, bend into your knees to get that left foot flat onto the floor. Notice the weight in your right arm. Plug your right shoulder blade into your system. So squeeze it back and down. Tent into your left fingertips. Maybe take your left hand away from the ground. And then it's actually easier to open your chest then to the left and to keep it pointing to the ground. See if you can open your chest up. Push your left foot into the floor. Squeeze your knees together like you're holding in a wee. And then take your left hand back down. Square out through the feet. And we're going to walk our feet towards our hands and find a forward fold. Okay. All right. That's one down. I hope that went really well. So there's an option for you. I'm going to take it a little further in the next round. All right. Enjoy your forward fold. Relax your neck. Good. Take your hands to your shins, lengthen to the spine, halfway lift. Pull your low belly in and up. Fold again. Exhale. Inhale, roll all the way up, lengthening through the spine, collecting all the good vibes. Reach your arms to the sky. And then bring your hands down to your heart. Inhale, reach the arms up. Squeeze your bum, press your hips forward. Exhale, cactus through the arms. Press your chest to the ceiling. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to your shins. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold again. Hands to the mat. Find your plank position only for a moment. Lower your knees and then take yourself all the way to the ground. Okay, we're going to change it up just a little bit here. If it feels really uncomfortable, then you can keep doing what we were doing. But I want you to squeeze your bum, press your pubic bone into the floor, and see if you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Okay, interlock your fingers behind your back. Okay, you probably have bent elbows right now. And I want you to think about sliding your fist down your bum, straightening out your elbows as if someone was pulling your arms back towards the wall behind you, and lift your chest up off of the ground. Keep your peach between your chin and your chest. Squeeze your back muscles, squeeze your bum, press your pubic bone into the floor, and you're going to pulse your chest up. 10, 9. Good. From your back muscles. 8, 7. Good. 6. Try and keep your toes on the floor. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Release your hands, take them underneath your shoulders, press yourself up and into a shell stretch. Well done. Take a moment. If you want to reach back for your feet here, please do. All right. So I am going to offer you full side plank position. And we're going to come into it from a single leg down dog. But if you want to try something different, just enjoy it, right? You want to feel confident. So when you are ready, we're going to come into down dog again, okay? So tuck the toes under, bring yourself up and back into your downward facing dog. Okay, so get your feet feeling good, get your hands feeling really rooted into the mat. Maybe soft bend into the elbows, point those pointy bits of the elbows down towards the ground, and then push the floor away a little bit more. Okay, let's take the left leg up, reaching it to the sky, bending into your left knee. Nice. Okay. Now, what I'm going to slowly do is a simultaneous bringing of my shoulders forward over of my wrists and pivoting onto the pinky toe edge of my right foot. I'm here. My right shoulder is still not completely above my right wrist, but I'm there enough so that my left hand can come off of the ground. Still looking at the ground though. Bring your left knee up, up, up towards the sky. You can stay here. This is full on side plank. But if you want to challenge your balance, take your left arm up and over and open your chest towards the left side. Okay. If you need the support of your left leg, you could always take that left foot down onto the floor to support you. So if you have not done that, let's join together and do that, taking your left foot towards the ground. Okay. Very nice. Holding here. If it's available to you, lift the left leg up again. Yeah, look at the top of your mat and see if you can step your left foot towards the top left-hand corner of the mat. That is hard. If that didn't happen today, you can keep trying. Okay, lower your right knee down, untuck your toes, sweep your arms up. Breathe here. Good. Let's take 2 more breaths. Probably doesn't look like I'm tucking at all. Tuck and then press the pelvis forward. And then take your hands down. Well done. All right, let's tuck the toes of the back foot under, lift the back knee up, and come up and back into your downward facing dog. All right, we're going to try that on the other side. Let's go straight into it. Left leg, right leg this time, lifts up. Excuse me. So right leg this time lifts up. Bend into your right knee. So I'm going to slowly start to pivot onto the pinky toe edge of my left foot. I want to try and keep the sole of my left foot on the ground and a soft bend into the knee, but lots of feet and knees and ankles don't allow that. So just try, but if it doesn't happen, that's okay. Start to bring the left shoulder forward. And then you'll feel the right hand gets really light off of the ground. Think about your right knee going up, up, up to the ceiling. So squeeze that right knee up. Maybe right arm lifts off of the ground and can frame your ear. Holding here. Okay, that right leg, take it behind the left on the ground. So you've got that support of 2 legs in your side plank. Left shoulder is plugged into the system. Nice. Okay. Maybe lift that right knee up again. Look at the top right corner of your mat and see if you can step it there. That took me a very long time to get right. It doesn't happen today. Believe you me, it took me a while. Lower the left knee down, untuck the toes, and then maybe sweep your arms up, coming into your hip flexor stretch for your left hip. The good news is the torture is done. Beautiful. Slowly take it down. Now we're going to stretch out our shoulders on the ground, okay? You probably would have done these stretches with me before. Let's take that right leg back behind us and lower ourselves all the way to the floor. So we've done a lot of pushing. We're going to stretch our pecs, which are very big, strong pushing muscles. Might angle myself a little differently. So I'm going to take my right arm out to the right-hand side of me, bending into my right elbow. My elbow's going to stay on the ground. Okay, left hand flat on the floor with the elbow up. I'm going to look at my left hand, okay, the one with the elbow off the ground. From here, I'm going to take my left foot, same side as the side of the elbow off the ground, and I'm going to reach it back behind me. It doesn't matter if I touch the floor. What I'm trying to do here is stretch my right shoulder at the front. So you're kind of twisting yourself on the ground until you feel a stretch in the front of your right shoulder. Breathe into that stretch. Nice. Slowly bring yourself back. We're going to do that 2 more times. Okay, push up and over. You want to really think about pushing your right shoulder into the floor. And down. Last time. Up and over. Holding it there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back. Now let's stay on that side, but instead of having a bent right arm, I want you to straighten out your arm. We're going to have it about a 90-degree angle, okay, just for now. And then we do the exact same thing. You roll over it, take the foot back. Now you might feel like, hey, I don't get much of a stretch here in my right shoulder. So play around with the angle of the shoulder. So you can come out of it. And then maybe take that right arm and angle it a little bit lower. So instead of having it out to the side, angle it down and then feel if you get a stretch. It's quite unlikely. Not many people have tight shoulders in that angle. Slowly bring it back. You can play around with taking your arm up, higher, and then rolling over. And you might get a really big stretch in your shoulder. So let's play around here for about, or at least breathe here for about 5 more breaths. Feel free to change the angle of your arm. Good. Slowly come out of it. And then let's take it straight on over to the other side. So left elbow is going to bend out at about a 90-degree angle from the shoulder. We're actually flush with the shoulder. I'm going to look at my right hand and I'm going to roll over, reaching my right foot towards the space behind me on the floor. Nice. And then slowly come out of it. Go 2 more times, rolling in. And slowly out. Last time, roll over. Think about pushing your left shoulder into the floor. So the front of your left shoulder, imagine it could touch the ground. Nice. And then slowly roll out of it. Same side we're going to stretch. Just straighten out through that left arm. Okay. And then exactly the same thing. Roll over it. And if you think, hey, Christine, I'm not getting any stretch there, and you know you didn't get a stretch when you lowered your arm lower, you know you got a stretch when you lifted your arm higher, then you could just slide your arm a little higher up on the floor until you feel that sweet spot. Slowly roll yourself out. Make any final adjustments, and then last time we're going to hold it there for let's take 5 breaths, just like we did on the other side. Well done. Roll yourself back onto your tummy, and then just push yourself up and back into your last little shell stretch. Bum to the heels. Maybe reaching your hands back to your feet. Taking a moment here to just say thank you to yourself for coming to the mat today. You can feel really proud of yourself for all of those side planks and all of the challenges of class today. So slowly bring yourself up. My good people out in digital world land, thank you so much for joining me today. Well done. That's you finished. Thanks so much. Well done. Bye.